What's up, guys? I am making this video for the sole reason of making a video that anybody or everybody who's interested in buying legit, authentic Doernbecher 4s can come to this video and look at it and have a good video to legit check. The fact that this shoe has been mass produced and replicated to a point of that there are tons of fakes on the market is ridiculous. Today we are seeing that people are paying upwards to $1,500 on this shoe, which is the Doernbecher 4, and are getting scammed and end up buying fakes. It is not fair, it's not funny, and it's not cool. So if you know anybody, or if you yourself are planning to buy some Doernbecher 4s, tell them to watch this video. And I will give you, I would say 90% of the things to check for when you're looking for authentic Doernbecher 4s. Now, I said 90%. The reason I'm giving you 90% is that I don't want to give you the 100%, because then the people who just are replicating could look at this video, fix and tweak the little problems with their shoes, and then the market will be completely destroyed. I've seen people have tried to make this type of video, but they're missing one or two things, which is okay. Everybody doesn't know everything, but here I am going to give you almost everything. Now, let me just start. This is the Jordan 4 Doernbecher. It retailed for $175, but the resale on this shoe right now sits about $800 to $1,500 for dead stock brand new pair. And that's what makes it so desirable for companies or bootleggers to make fake pairs of this shoe. Now, if you are buying this shoe and you're getting it for a price that's, let's say, $600 and below, you should instantly become wary. And that doesn't mean that they're fake, but you should instantly become wary and skeptical of the product that you may be buying. You may be getting a hell of a deal, but just have that in your mind that you are buying it way below market value. This shoe was released in November 5th. I believe it was in 2012. It could be 2011, but I'm almost positive it was 2012. And this shoe was released only at Nike retailers. And I don't mean Foot Locker. I mean like Nike retail, Nike Town, 21 and Mercy, and 21 and Mercer, Nike store. This is a charity shoe, which means that if they were to have sold this shoe at Foot Locker will be taking part of the proceeds, and that wouldn't work. It has to be sold completely at Nike Towns and Nike locations, so that all the proceeds can go toward the Doernbecher Foundation. So, I'm going to take away the shoes real quick, and I'm going to show you the box. The first thing you guys should look at is the box. Now, right there it says this is a size 13, Air Jordan 4, black, Old Royal, electric green, white. Style code is 308497015. The retail in this shoe was $175, but my sticker has fallen off. You know, those little things fall off sometimes. And it is stamped inside. The stamp is on the lid. There's no tissue paper there because I've taken it out. I don't want my soles to become yellow, so I've taken it out. here come the shoes. Now, what are the first things you should check? A lot of people love to look at the tongue to spot fakes of these, and there is a very efficient way of knowing if these are fake or real. But what I like to do is something that it seems nobody knows, and the people who know it aren't that aware of it. Now, you take the right shoe, and you see the arrows. You see these 5 arrows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like a little square box. In every single pair who I've ever seen, these 5 arrows are there. They're always there in that specific pattern, and that's like you can even see this is the middle of the shoe, the peak, and this arrow is usually always pointing at this peak. It is always there, no matter what. Just disregard every one of these other arrows and just look at these. It's always there. They're always pointing the same way on the authentic pairs. Now, to stay with the arrows, and this is a less efficient way of checking, but it is still a good way of checking. This shoe has arrows on the upper, and the arrows start in the toe box, go completely around, and don't stop. They don't stop. They're even down here at the bottom. Now, a lot of the fakes don't have these bottom arrows. For some reason, they just stop. They just gray nubuck there. Now, if you see this stitching, this bright blue stitching, it is very bright. But it's not just there. It is also on the tab. This back tab, you see how it's on the other side? On the fake pairs, it's black stitching instead of this bright blue stitching. Another good thing to check is, you see these 9 bumps? For some reason, on the fakes, these 9 bumps are not as well defined as on authentic pairs. And this is not just for Doernbecher 4s. This is for all Jordan 4s. For some reason, maybe when the mold of the fakes was created, these 9 bumps, they're not really clear. But here you can clearly see that they're very clear on the 9 bumps. Now, we have to know that this is not a remastered Jordan. This shoe was released before the remastering of the Jordan. But an interesting fact about this shoe is, if you look at, if you look at the hand of Jordan, it has fingers. On authentic pairs, Jordan has fingers. And not only does he have fingers, you can actually see the tab for his tongue, the fingers, and the other tab right there. And on fakes, you don't really see the fingers. In some of the fake ones, you do see the fingers, but in some of them, it doesn't have it. And that's another good way of telling. Now, let's get to the creator of this shoe. The creator of this shoe is called Isaiah Scott. Now, Isaiah Scott has an interesting face. And his face was actually put on this Jordan on both shoes. But if you take the right shoe, you will see he has an afro, eyebrows, eyes, and his nostrils. Now, it's very important you take the right shoe. You see that on authentic pairs, his afro goes from thin to thick. Thin to thick. Starting from the right and left hand side to thick. And on his right eyebrow, on the right eyebrow, you see it has a little gash. And that's because Isaiah his eyebrow is actually black. And in the middle of it, it has a little bit of white. So he just left it out so you can see the definition. So you should always check that it goes from thin to thick. And on his right eyebrow, which is his left eyebrow, but from how we're looking at it, straight, and the right hand side, it's a little gash. Now, the easiest way to tell if these shoes are fake or authentic that we have been known to use are the tongues. The tongue, you can see this Superman trademark logo. Now, Isaiah Scott's favorite superhero and basketball player are Superman and Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard, for a short time, was known like the Superman of the NBA basketball. And Isaiah has an afro. So what they did is that they put the Superman emblem, they asked for permission, and they put the Superman emblem in place, because this is usually a Jordan, in place of the Jordan. And it is very good to know how these emblems are supposed to look. First of all, the blue is kind of a shiny blue. It's not a dull blue. And the Superman emblem is always reaching almost to the corner, to the point that it touches the stitching of the emblem. Now, on fakes, you will see that the Superman logo is way more centered. It's cut off. Like, it doesn't reach to the corner of the emblem. And this is a very good way of knowing if these shoes are legit or fake. Another thing, which I stated already, Isaiah Scott has an afro. And in the sample pairs of Doernbecher 4s, you will see that this white lining, it's not visible. It wasn't there. And you will see that the Superman does not come to the end edges. These are sample pairs. So you would say that maybe 12 pairs in the whole world are like that are legitimate, but they're just samples. But in an authentic release pair, you will see that it has this white lining. And that signifies Isaiah's afro. Now, this white lining is so well defined that even if you see this shoe from afar, you know that it's there. Like, it's obviously there. Now, the fakes that have been coming out have been trying to replicate this, but it's not as well defined as this white lining. And this is one good thing you can look for. Another thing is that you have to hear this. For some reason, on authentic Jordan 4s versus fake Jordan 4s, and this is all of them, a lot of times when you squeeze the tongue, you get a sound as if Velcro is peeling. And I don't know, whatever's inside these tongue makes this sound. And I've realized that a lot of the fakes don't make that sound. But some fakes do, but all authentics make that sound. Well, all authentics after 2012 make that sound. So I'm hoping that if you guys are interested in purchasing some Doernbecher 4s, please look at this video. It is not cool. It's not funny. It's not okay to be spending your hard-earned cash that you work hard for, on shoes that are fake. So the reason I made this video is I saw my boy I am TMCII make a video, and he had explained to me that he had gotten scammed for a fake pair, and it sucks to get scammed, to have your hopes picked up thinking that you're gonna get an authentic pair when you're really not. One last thing I want to mention is the bottom of these shoes are icy blue. They're not icy blue, they're icy. But this is a dead stock pair. And if you could see, the yellowing that starts in all icy soles for this one, it started around this pod. And it's contained specifically around this spot. And all the dead stock pairs that I have ever seen, they're always yellowed in this manner. they don't, that the yellowing is not spread out evenly unless they are worn. If they're dead stock, brand new, never worn, the yellowing should start in the middle. Because a lot of the fakes that are coming out now, they're purposely yellowing the soles to make them look old, but they're really not. The yellowing is not proper. So guys, if you guys need help with any legit checks, I'm not really on Twitter. I have a Twitter account. I really don't really use it that much. But if you want, you could send me a link and you could send me a message. And my Twitter account is Petito100, like my YouTube account. I do have an Instagram that I have not used in like 2 years. If you can, you could DM me on that too. It's Petito100. And let's chop it up. It's not cool to buy fakes. Well, it's not cool to buy fakes that you think are real. If you want to buy fakes that you know are fake, but you want to rock them just for you, then by any means. But if you think they're real and you're getting scammed, it's not cool. Well, have a nice day.